Okay, hello everybody. We are in Research Park in one of their unfinished roads, someplace where a bunch of people will often stop to go running and such. I am improving now because I forgot my tripod somehow when I left the house. So we are using a water jug in the handle because it fits my iPhone perfectly. Yay! So I've got Mr. Duke in the car. We're going to bring him out on the long line and we're going to practice in this area that you guys can see and work on his recall. Now you guys probably can't see me. I've got bacon in my pocket here along with our clicker, hopefully. Yes, I remembered to bring my clicker. So we're going to let him explore and acclimate to the area. It's a nice, cool, breezy day. It affects the smells. There's lots of traffic going through because people are going home. It's Saturday and it's open fields all the way over there. We've got traffic over here. So we're going to practice this. Hopefully you guys can hear me as I work. I know, he's excited to get out of the car, so I'm going to grab him. Grab my long line first. There you go. Wow. So first things first, we're going to let him sniff around a minute. Check things out. Hi, bud. When he's able to bring his focus back around to me, I'm going to put him on this long line. If he pulls, I'm just going to stop. Even though he's not on his harness, strong puller. I don't want him to learn that pulling is going to mean that we go towards whatever smell it is that he is smelling. Hi, hello, sit. So we're going to ask for a sit. We're going to change leads. Nice secure long line so that he can wander around with more space and I can work with this. So this is a new to him area, which ups the distraction level quite a bit for us, and that's fine. Good boy, free. So, short of somebody showing up, this is all we're dealing with. I did have another place that I scouted out earlier, and it's one of my old favorite haunts, a dog park out near the Greenway, if you guys are familiar with that. Don't mess with my phone, buddy. But I drove there and it was way too busy. Like the parking lot is just overflowing with people and cars and dogs. Good boy. Hi. Good job. So I did not want to bother with that. And actually we're gonna be hands-free. We got one jogger coming up, which is great. That's fine. We're gonna leave that right there. Step on this lead because still pulling still applies here, and I'm not going to let him pull me forward because that's a no in my book. But I don't have to tell him anything. I just have to prevent him from being reinforced for that pulling, right? So I've got a hold of his leash. We're going to let him take some time to sniff around. If he comes back and checks in with me, I'm going to acknowledge him. We're going to scratch him behind the ears and let him go back to whatever he's doing. Because remember, rule one of building a reliable recall is we don't want to end the fun. So this is a good sniff spot. It's new to him, he's curious, we want to work with that. I still don't want him busting loose and taking off and going wherever he wants. So, when you're working with your dog, we're going to wait for this jogger to go by. Good boy! Take up the slack if you have it. Good job! Good choice. Good boy. Good job. Hey, bud. He's watching this person go by, and he's like, why aren't you giving me any attention? So earlier I clicked, that's the treat for that. So now he's aware that I have food, but who cares about me and food when there's all this to explore, right? Oh, itchy. Itchy, itchy, itchy. He's a good boy. So I'm going to let him go and do his own thing. I'm going to let him wander around. Rule one, in case you guys can't hear me, with all the wind and the breeze that we have going on here. Rule one, when you're trying to get your dog back and they're in sight, if their nose is to the ground, I don't want to say don't bother, but don't stress too much about it. If their nose is to the ground and they're just lazing around and sniffing, hi, good boy, yes, so you just get pets and loves for this, for checking in, that's fine, because this isn't the big recall moment. Try not to catch him with his nose to the ground. Wait for a break, for him to pull up his head briefly, grab his attention using his name, and say it excited. You get one chance at this, okay? We're gonna pretend like Duke is loose, and we need him back. I don't want him to go far. We're probably about, what? We're at least 15, 20 yards away from the traffic line here, and unless another jogger pulls up and parks next to us, we are alone here, besides the traffic over there and the field over there. So I'm gonna let him wander around, but not too far that way, because I don't really want you on asphalt, bro. Hey, come here, Fluffy. Hi, he's a good boy. So I'm gonna let him sniff around. Ideally he wanders off again and he wants to check things out. Ideally we stay in shot of the camera. It's hard to see because of how I had to rig it so that you guys could watch today. And I'm gonna wait for a break. When his nose comes off the ground for just a split second, I'm gonna call his name like I mean it. And I don't mean in that mom tone like he's in trouble, because he's not. I want it happy and excited, and the moment he looks at me, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna say, Duke, here, and I'm gonna jump up and down and be crazy and silly, and I wanna be engaging to Duke. I wanna make myself more interesting than anything else that he sees here. We can't control this environment. There's a lot of joggers that normally come out and run. People bring their dogs out to run on the sidewalks out here, so we could run into anything. So I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared to get real silly for Duke's sake so that he can succeed at this. And when he's on his way, that's when I'm going to mark with the clicker as well as the yes. He's going out of sight on the other side of my car, and I don't want that. Hi, buddy. Whoa, what was that? You getting your feet tangled up, baby. Good boy. So I'm going to let him wander away. Probably adjust this because he's choosing to go over there. I really hope you guys can see all this. So he's coming up voluntarily on his own. It's fine. I'll wait for that nose to come up. Duke! Here! Hey! What's going on? Come on! Good boy! Oh, whoops. So he came towards us, and I missed my opportunity to mark because normally I mark at the halfway point. So what I'm going to do here, see if I can't keep him in view. You're making this difficult, buddy. I'm going to take up all this slack. So there's just gentle pressure. It's not taut, but there's gentle pressure. I've taken up all the slack. I've already called him. He heard me. He's not deaf, right? So I'm taking up every inch that he gives me. And until he reaches me, I'm not gonna click. Buddy, you're making this hard. No, we're taking a leak. Their brakes are valid, guys. But I'm still holding this leash. Good boy. Yes, good job. Very good. What a good puppy. Yes, good job. So when he finally reaches me, and this is what I was trying to describe in the last video. Hi, buddy. Is that you want to take up the slack like that and just not give it back. If he comes back to you a few feet and then he still doesn't come directly towards you, wait quietly. Don't jabber on like I am. Wait quietly, and when he finally arrives, make a big fuss over him. So I'm going to let him have this slack all over again, and he can take off. And I'm hoping that he's going to go off. Hi, buddy. I know. I'm hoping he's going to go off in any other direction. We're going to try for here. Hey, bud. Come check it out. We're going to try that all over again. I'm looking to build a recall where he doesn't stop and take a break, and he just bolts straight to me. We are not there yet. We're competing with a lot of different stuff. Yesterday, and I just wanted to show you guys, so I'm setting him up in situations where he's not ready for them yet, but we have management and safety in mind, okay? So we're in a new environment. It's not fenced, so we have him on leash. It's a slip type lead, so that means it's escape proof because if he pulls, it's going to tighten up. You're going in the wrong direction, sir. He doesn't care. He's munching on a stick. Sticks are cool too. He's just munching away over there. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to forget my tripod next time, guys. I'm going to get a spare and put it in my car just for this. So he's going just out of sight. His head's out of sight. So we're going to try this. Duke! Here! Come on! Hello! Hi, buddy! Yes! Good job! Yay! Good job! So I'm grabbing his collar. I'm reaching in my pouch. I'm grabbing that, I have bacon. I got crispy bacon for you today. Good boy. Yes! Good job. Big fuss for that one because he was just out of sight. I couldn't see his face, which means that when he stopped, I saw his tail stop. He didn't go completely out of view. And then he came straight to me, and it's a pretty short distance, so that's a good practice run. And we're going to try this like going out in that direction. So we're going to wander off again. Oh, see if I can't wedge my phone back in here. It is a little bit breezy today. I don't want that to fall. Coming with you, don't worry. So the bigger question is does Duke know he's on a leash? Right? There are dogs out there that become collar-wise is the common term people hear about it. It applies to a lot of training collars out there, electronic, prong collars, shock collars, choke chains and all that. I'm not going to let him pull me here. I really do need to get a longer line just for situations like this so that there is no tension. Ideally, there's no tension on this leash at all when we're working on recall, okay? So we're starting with a reasonably short distance. I still want you to go off this way, buddy. We are going to work up to a point where we can drop this leash, but in a very large fenced area, and when I feel secure that he is doing well with his attention and bolting towards me. You're not ready to go yet. Go next to the car. Hey bud, stop. Hi, wrong side. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come back this way, man. Thank you. We'll try this again. Nose to the ground. Whoops. I don't even know if you guys can see him over there. So there's something really interesting on this asphalt over there, which is totally fine. I'm going to wait for his nose to come up. There's slack in the line, so that's good. Can't eat anything. Yes, hi buddy, come here. Yes, good boy, come on, yes. Good job, Duke. Good job, yes. Who's a good boy? Who's a good puppy? Very good. It's a very interesting spot on the asphalt over there. I don't know if it was squash buried or what. That works. Great distraction. That could be our example distraction for something smashed in, your neighborhood road, somebody's trash is out, whatever it may be. That works out very nicely for us. So we're going to be practicing in as many different areas as I possibly can take him safely. We don't want to work right now at this stage with too many people and dogs, so that's why I kind of bailed ship on my last area that I scouted, because there were too many dogs, too many people. Hey Duke! Yes, come on, let's go! Come on, let's go! Good boy! Yes, very good job. Good job. I wanted to catch him before he hit the end of the line there. I don't want the tension of this to be a playing factor in anything, because it's hard. It's hard to know if dogs, if any particular dog will become aware of having a leash on or not having a leash on. Some of it has to do with the weight, which is why I buy these really lightweight leads, where I'll find the really lightweight clips for the collars. He doesn't like this one. It's nylon, it's waterproof, it floats, all kinds of stuff, because we do retrieves from the water. And hi, good boy. You did good. So we're going to try this a couple more times because he's still interested in going off and checking things out, which is great. I'm okay with him coming and checking me out. There's little tiny bits of just whatever people leave out here. Hi, what is that? Hello. Yes, that's gross. That's trash. Thank you for dropping that. That was really good. Yes. So high-pitched baby voice, guys. I know you all have it. Use it. Be interesting to your dog. Make sure that he knows that it's a good thing and a fun thing to come towards you. I did a no-no earlier. If you caught that, I repeated myself. Remember, I said consistency is the biggest thing that you can do to benefit your dog's training. And that's a rock. As long as you don't eat it, I don't really care. Oh, he saw it. Stop! Good boy. So I hollered stop, and it's part of boundary training. I wanted to give him a warning before he hits the end of the leash there. Anyway, so I don't want the tension in the leash to be part of our recall work, because that leash is not going to be there all the time, right? We only have it on because of safety. I don't want him to run out to the cars or anything. Voluntary check-in is good. Good boy. That gets acknowledgement in pets if he wants it, but I'm not going to chase him down for it, okay? Check-ins are nice. Hello. We're getting bored and finding clods of dirt now, so I'm going to wander off a little bit. We're going to try to have the opportunity to practice this just a couple more times, or until he starts sticking by me more. And then we're going to move on to our next spot. Hey bud, I want you to go this way so they can see. I can't constantly move my phone. Come on, let's go. Wasn't bad. So that was good. He paused and he actually went back and put his nose down to the ground. I really hope that was in the clip. Good boy. That was super. But all I did after that was make myself more interesting again. We're going to give him this slack. We're going to try this again. I know this isn't going to be in sight. So he's reached the end of his leash. He's looking back at me like, lady, come on, let's go this way. We can't go there. Farmers don't like that, man. Hello, handsome. Come here. Good boy. Good job, yes. Come closer. I want him to come super close to me so that we don't have to reach out. Hello, good boy. So we don't have to reach out and lunge towards him because that chase game is already so ingrained. I don't want to have to reach out over him to grab his collar. I want him to almost be so close that all I have to do is put my hand up under his collar and grab it. Because this leash, it's not there, right? Just on here for safety. That was super good. What do you think? Do you want to get back in the car? So that was a good start. That was a good practice. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend some time in as many different locations as possible because dogs don't generalize cues very well, remember? We're going to scout them out ahead of time. We're going to minimize the added distraction. Good boy, you can't sit in my lap right here. Added distractions of people and dogs. So I will find places that are okay to just take a step out for 10-15 minutes. We're going to practice a good recall or two, and then we're going to pack it up and leave. And over the next few days, we're going to progress to a point where I'm able to find a safe area where we can actually drop this leash and allow it to get a few feet away from me. Not too far though, guys, because I'm not that in shape. I can run after it if I need to, but if I have to run and grab it because he decides to take off after whatever, he's still attached to a leash if I need to grab it. And then we won't get there in 6 days, but we will progress together to a point where he is off leash and he comes to us as soon as we call him. So, but this is the start. Don't end the fun with it. We're gonna get in the car, go somewhere, do something else fun. We're not gonna do boring stuff after this because I want him to come to me and learn that, hey, this is still really cool. He really enjoys being pet and loved on and everything. So that's a plus too. Keep doing that. We don't want to end the fun. We're going to always reinforce for this. I brought bacon with me today. This was leftover from breakfast, so that works out for us. What do you hear? I want to go check out some other stuff because Tori's being boring talking to the air. There's a nice stick there. But yeah, that's what we're working on, guys. I'll talk to you later.